Hey everyone, welcome to I Totally Love It. My name is Susan, and today we're going to do the final flip through of our September Junk Journal Madness journal. The theme was vintage sewing, and our guest collaborator was Steph from Busy Beehive Creative over on Instagram. And we were to include 9 items and make 7. And I have my list here, and we'll start with this one. I guess I could also highlight floss because I use some floss. All right, so I use floss, thread, I use lace, trim, ribbon, rickrack, and the October list will have seam binding because I really did use some seam binding. I guess I could highlight rickrack. All right, I use some fabric. I use washi tape, stickers, paper clips, buttons, something wooden, index card, a guest check, receipt paper, labels, envelopes, tape measure, that wasn't on there, sewing patterns, magazine ephemera, sheet music, notebook, lined paper, notepad paper, ledger paper, note card, paper bag, scrapbook paper, dyed paper, paper ruffle, um, layaway, layaway tag, service tag, cardstock. I didn't use a service tag. Layaway tag, cardstock, index card divider, and stationery, and the recycled item, which was the box that I used to make the journal. And then the items that I made, we had to make at least 7. I made a tag with a pocket. I made a notepad, an interactive item, corner tuck, side tuck, journal card with pocket, journal card with a hidden journal spot, belly band, button card, paper ruffle, hidden paper clip, altered paper clip, and tip in, flip out, whichever you want to call it. And I made a tab. And if I made some other things, I just didn't mark it. So I used some things that I've made previously too. So like I've used some clusters, but I didn't make any clusters. Actually, I did make a cluster. I made that in Junk Journal Sketches. So let's highlight that. I most certainly did. Okay, so let's look at our journal here. And I have, I remember I was going to try to thread buttons through there, and I told you it didn't work because my needle wouldn't go through the buttonholes. And it was hard to do it with my fingers. So this was plan B. Person I saw that did this used strips of fabric, but I have this dyed seam bonding that I thought went well with the colors of the cover of the journal. All right, this was something I had made previously a while back, and so I used that as my journal cover, and I turned it into a pocket. And last minute, I found this measuring tape. So I made this little journal card, which you haven't seen me make. I just used pieces of the sewing pattern packaging and the instruction page. And then I cut off a piece. I know it's upside down, but I wanted it on the front, not the back. So you have to make some concessions somewhere. All right. And we open it up. I did not add a pocket to the front. I did add this button card that I've been trying to fit in there somewhere, and it just wasn't ever working anywhere. So I thought that would be a good place because that's a thicker paper. This is a button card I made from a bingo card. All right, I had attached it with a paper clip, so now it's an altered paper clip because you tie ribbon or something to it. So these are cutouts. You'll see quite a few of these. This is from the Echo Park scrapbook paper kit. Scrapbook kit. Oh, it's always paper, right? All right, so this was part of that kit. It's just a piece of the cardstock, and I made a belly band with one of the little cut aparts. But then this is from a vintage seam binding packaging. So you can move it up and down. You can tuck something in there if you want to. All right, in that pocket, I just put one of these little cut aparts. I made a pocket here. That's a sticker. This is that Junk Journal Sketches card I made. I couldn't figure out where to put it, so I'm gonna put it there. Sticker. Both of these things I actually made previously. This was in they might both be from Do It Up Challenge with Belinda at Visualized NZ. That I made that. I was really proud of myself. Corner tuck with some scrapbook paper. I just stuck a guest check in there. This was a paper bag, and just got a cut apart in there. One of those cut aparts I put on the back and just made it into a pocket, just a plain tag that you can write on. Here's one of those clusters that I had made previously. A little tab out of not construction paper, scrapbook paper. So I covered a piece of cardstock with part of the packaging from a sewing pattern, and I put a little bit of this. I guess it's kind of like elastic trim. Think like vintage underwear, like what you would put at the, on the top edge, something like that. And this is a sticker right here with some dry glue on it. And that's a little cut apart. It says, in a perfect world, craft supplies are free, chocolate is healthy, and crafting makes you skinny. Then I added these two pockets here out of those little cut aparts, and then this was just leftover scrapbook paper, and I turned it into two little tags on each side. I just used this corner punch on the corners. This one that's got the ticket and little scalloped edges. I made this a while back, and then that was just a cut apart as well. That is something I made in, I believe that was a Which One Wednesday. Okay, that was a alteration tag. Did I highlight that? I did not. I used the alteration tag. Well, I guess because I made it a long time ago. I just took a little receipt in here, made that a little corner tuck, and then a little cluster there. And then this is the other half of that bag. And, it had a cut apart postcard in there. And you could put something else on the bag itself if you wanted to. All right, get in there, please. Okay. And then this was the hidden paper clip that I made. And this card I made in a 50 stack challenge from Amy over at Crafty Cat. I had this originally tucked here, but I wanted to use this because originally I was using that up here. But I came across that and changed my mind. So I thought, well, I'll put that in here. So just move this over here. It's stationery that has a W on it. I thought it was an M for the longest time because my last name starts with an M, but it's not. It's W. So all right, and then this is the other half of that instruction page. It's from a magazine, and I put a little sticker there. The other half of that sticker border, and this is just one of those cut aparts. Got a typewriter on it, but if you do it that way, it looks cute. This is just a note card, just blank, and all the colors went really well. So whoever gets this can, journal and tuck it away in there. Just scrapbook paper. This is on my list. I marked it as an index card divider, but it's actually a card catalog divider. That's the cluster I made. This I made in a Junk Journal Sketches also. There's a little bit of that little trim. Use washi tape to reinforce these pages. That's avocado dyed paper. All right, that's the first signature, and then we move into the second signature. And there's some scrapbook paper, and it's just a pink index card. Some dyed paper, and there's my other paper ruffle. This is an envelope that I had that I didn't want to cover up that inside, so I just used some stickers from that Echo Park kit. This is a cluster a fabric cluster, that I made previously, and the colors looked really great on that page. All right. I liked the dance there, the scarf dance. So fitting. There's a little cluster there. All right, then we get into this is that piece of instruction page that I folded and put washi tape on the edges. So I just have a piece of this is stationery paper. I just trimmed the corners there. There's that piece of cardstock, and you could turn it around, but I thought it looked great with that color showing with that page next door. Some ribbon trim there. There's that scrapbook paper again, and this is just cardstock. And I made this in a Sweet Bee Paper Co. Collab, I guess it was kind of a collab, where we had to do the jumbo cards. These are cut aparts. Cut apart. That's a layaway tag that I just decoupaged pattern pieces, and then a hidden pocket on the back. All right, I was trying to figure out where to put this little mini notepad, and put it here in this pocket because this looked kind of plain, and of course I put a little, this is from the branding strip. I did glue buttons up here since the last time you saw it. This is from Sunday's the 29th, so whenever you're seeing this, the Junk Journal Sketches from September 29th, episode 51. And yeah, that was a little whoops, but it turned into a great hidden journaling spot. And I'm trying to be careful with this paper. And there was the last little piece of that border sticker that was the measuring tape. Just a little memo paper, piece of cardstock that you can write on. Well, cardstock, scrapbook paper. Cut apart as a corner tuck, a little graph paper type print on it. And then we have this other little wooden piece that originally was holding the button card. And it's a little cut apart. That's the other part from the belly band. And then that sewing mends the sole. Little corner tuck here. A little notepad paper. I made this in a Deal It Up challenge with Belinda. It's been sitting in my clusters for a long time. It's actually a banner, but it's been sitting in the clusters bin for a while. And I thought, oh, that looks great with the paper. And then there's that envelope with the cross stitching, and then a little cut apart. And it's just held on with a paper clip, so you can take it off. And oh, actually, I do have something inside. This cut apart from the scrapbook paper, a little library card. Now, let's put it back. Okay. Just some notebook paper. All right, and that's a belly band. I used that image from that sewing pattern. I didn't want it to go to waste. It had the store name stamped on it, and so I used a piece of the selvage edge branding there just to cover that up. And I just took a piece of paper in there, and I'm going to actually fold that. So I'll do it that way. And then this was a cut apart. It's actually two. You can separate those, but I wanted it to be a little wider. It says, when the going gets tough, the tough gets sewing. And that's just a piece of cardstocks, just have a little saying on it, but there's a lot of words on the page, so I flipped it over. And that is it. That is the end of our September Junk Journal Madness Journal. And I want to thank you guys for hanging around and watching that. And I hope that inspired you to get out there and create one as well and get your sewing machine out, because I got mine back in, I think it was March, and I haven't used it a whole lot. So it was nice to get that out and use that. And I want to thank Steph for being my guest collaborator this month. And I want to thank Trish at Crafting Whimsy, who always, participates with me. And she has videos as well. She's linked along with Steph down in the description below. All right, guys. So October 1st is the start of October's Junk Journal Madness. And the creator already knows, or the guest collaborator already knows what the theme is going to be. So tune in October 1st. Come check out who it is and what the theme is. I think you're going to like it. I haven't been disappointed at all with any of the themes that we've had. Really, all of the choices that everyone gives to choose from have been really great. Some take me a little bit out of my comfort zone looking at them, but we can learn. We've got to get out there and learn new things to see if we like them, or to just be comfortable making them. I think that's a big part of it. The more you practice, the better you get at it, right? All right, guys, I appreciate you and your time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in October. Until then, bye-bye.